Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something I know a lot of you love, free-to-play games. And not just random ones, but the 10 biggest free-to-play titles that continue to dominate the gaming world. What I want to do here is not just list them, but talk about what makes each game unique, how they play, what their style is like, whether you can play them co-op, and how they actually feel when you've spent hours inside them. So let's jump right in. I want to start with Apex Legends because, honestly, every time I go back to it, I'm reminded just how clean and satisfying its movement really is. It's a battle royale, yeah, but it's the only one that feels like it has this perfect flow. Sliding, climbing, pinging, rotating, everything just feels so smooth. And what really sets Apex apart is how team-focused it is. You can play solo, but the game shines when you're with friends or even random teammates who know what they're doing. The characters, or legends, all have their own abilities, ultimates, and personal styles. The graphics are bright, colorful, and futuristic, and the sound design is incredible. Every weapon has personality, every footstep matters. When a squad is rushing you, you feel it. Apex is fast, tactical, and insanely fun. Fall Guys is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, and that's part of why I love it. Sometimes I don't want to sweat, I don't want to fight, I don't want to think too hard, I just want chaos. And Fall Guys brings pure, adorable chaos. The physics are goofy, the movement is bouncy, and nothing in the game takes itself seriously. You're running obstacle courses, dodging giant fruit, diving across moving platforms, and trying not to fall off spinning hammers. It's co-op, it's competitive, it's casual, it's silly, and sometimes it's infuriating in the funniest possible way. The graphics are bright and bubbly, like a cartoon come to life. I've had nights where me and my friends laughed non-stop for hours because of the stupidest failures. It's a perfect game to relax with. Marvel Rivals is a newer arrival on the free-to-play scene, but wow, it has potential. It's a hero shooter with big Marvel energy. Iconic characters, flashy abilities, bright arenas, and team-based action that feels like Overwatch, but with a superhero twist. The thing that really stood out to me is how each hero has synergy with another. You can combo abilities, set up team plays, and the game feels like a highlight reel waiting to happen. The graphics are clean and colorful, like a comic book brought to life. If you like co-op team shooters and you're into Marvel at all, this one is going to be a blast. Delta Force is a completely different flavor. This one leans into tactical realism, slower pacing, strategic positioning, big maps, vehicles, infiltration, the whole military package. It feels closer to Battlefield mixed with a more grounded approach. If you rush in, you die. If your team doesn't communicate, you lose objectives. The visuals go for dusty realism instead of flashy effects, and that works for what Delta Force wants to be. The guns sound powerful, and the maps feel large and open, encouraging long-range engagements and team flanking. And while it has co-op modes, the real heart of the game is teamwork in large-scale battles. Valorant is one of the cleanest, most technical shooters on the planet right now. It's not about running and gunning, it's about strategy, aim, positioning, and ability usage. You could remove all the abilities and it would still work as a competitive shooter, but the abilities add this extra layer of strategy that keeps every match fresh. Smoking angles, blocking vision, setting traps, repositioning with teleports. Every agent brings something meaningful. The maps are designed with symmetry and balance in mind, and the graphics are minimalistic on purpose. It's bright, clean, readable, so you never miss an enemy because of visual clutter. It's co-op heavy by design. Teamwork wins games, and every clutch moment gets your heart pumping. League of Legends. What can I even say that hasn't been said already? It's one of the most played games in history. It's a MOBA where you choose a champion and fight in 5 versus 5 battles full of strategy, mechanics, map control, team coordination, and a little bit of emotional damage when you get flamed for missing a smite. But jokes aside, League is deep. Every champion has lore, a unique kit, combos, and a role. Team fights can get absolutely insane. Abilities exploding everywhere, tanks diving in, carries trying to survive, healers clutching their last cooldown. The graphics are polished fantasy style, and the game has only gotten cleaner over the years. Playing with friends is a blast, But even solo queue can be rewarding when things go right. PUBG is a Battle Royale original, and it still has this unique identity. It's slower, heavier, more grounded. Every bullet matters more. Every footstep is a warning. When you're in the final circle with just a few players left, your heart is pounding. PUBG doesn't try to be flashy. It tries to be intense. The visuals are realistic, with large open maps, abandoned towns, dense forests, and long sight lines where a sniper can take you out from a distance. Vehicles add chaos, and the loot system keeps every match unpredictable. It's one of those games where surviving feels like an achievement. Dota 2 is the heavyweight of complexity, the mob that takes pride in being deep, demanding, and brutally honest. When you make mistakes in Dota, the game doesn't hide it. But that's what makes it incredible. The heroes are complex, the item system is massive, and the strategy is endless. Every game feels different because there are so many interactions and synergies. The graphics are detailed fantasy style, with big, explosive teamfights that light up the whole screen. The learning curve is insane, but mastering the game feels unbelievably rewarding. If you want a challenge, this is the game for you. Fortnite. Man, Fortnite is not just a game anymore. It's a platform, a world, a cultural phenomenon. The events, the concerts, the collaborations, the constant map updates, the game is alive. And with the no-build mode, it became accessible for players who don't want to sweat through editing battles. The visuals are bright and stylized, the weapons rotate each season, and the movement is surprisingly smooth. Whether you're a casual player or a competitive grinder, Fortnite has something for everyone. Jumping into a squad match with friends is still some of the most fun you can have in a free shooter. And finally, there's Counter-Strike 2. Pure mechanics, pure skill, pure competitive spirit. Counter-Strike has always been the gold standard of tactical shooters, and CS2 brings a fresh coat of paint with better lighting, better smoke physics, smoother animations, and updated maps. But the core remains untouched, and that's what makes it perfect. One-tap headshots, perfect economy management, precise angle holding, clutch moments, high-level mind games. It's intense, unforgiving, and unbelievably satisfying when you outsmart someone. CS2 is the definition of easy to learn, impossible to master. Each of these games shows a different side of free-to-play gaming. Some are casual, some competitive, some chaotic, some tactical. But every single one of them is free, fun, and worth trying. And honestly, this list reminds me why free-to-play is so amazing. Anyone can jump in. Anyone can play with friends. Anyone can experience big game worlds without spending a cent. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope this gave you a better idea of what each game brings to the table. If you enjoyed this, drop a comment, leave a like, and of course, I'll see you in the next video.